What is up, kids? Today I want to talk about something that we as a family have been discussing for a while that may be beneficial if you're here as much as us. If you've noticed, I've been doing a lot of Disney dining reviews lately, so as a result, my wife and I have been sitting down doing the math. If you've never heard of it, there's a program called Tables in Wonderland. Woo! Yeah, it's pretty. It's actually paper. Anyway, we'll get to that. Basically what it is there is a list of restaurants on Disney property. Disney property has about 200 food places, including quick service and, you know, little shops and things like that. 90-ish, so almost half, about 45%, I don't know. Don't call me out on my bad math. Point is, 90 out of 200-ish they accept Tables in Wonderland, and what that does is Tables in Wonderland gives you 20% off of your meal. Now, it's not just 20% off, it also includes free valet parking at resorts. Well, it's not free, it has included valet parking at resorts. And what was the other thing?
It includes alcohol.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what she would have remembered that I didn't. The 20% off includes alcohol, and Tables in Wonderland is the only discount that includes alcohol, except for maybe the Chase card when Joffrey's does the alcoholic beverages at Epcot, but I don't know that for a fact, so don't quote me. What?
They have the Hollywood Studios too.
Have what?
The alcohol droppers.
Hollywood Studios.
We're not here to talk about alcohol. But essentially what it boiled down to for us as a family, and what it should boil down to anybody else that's looking into getting Tables in Wonderland, is the upfront cost versus value and savings of how much you're going to be spending over the course of 13 months. Because it's 13 months. If you are just anybody at all, just you walk into guest relations, you want to get one, it's $200. If you're a Florida resident, it is $175, or if you are a Disney annual pass holder, it's 150 bucks. Now, at a 20% savings, if you're gonna spend, I don't know, we did the math already, but the fact that valet parking is included means that if you valet park your car 5 times, this immediately pays for itself. Which, especially at like the boardwalk, there are times where the boardwalk, even if you have a reservation, they have parking valet only, because you may have a dinner reservation at the same time that a wedding event is going on. So that alone is something to keep in mind. So we did the math. We did the math on the cost. We did the math on the savings, and I think that just on her alone, with bar crawls and drinking around Epcot and all that, we probably should have bought this at the beginning of last year. It would have paid for itself by now. But we are getting a lot of views on our dining reviews, and we do want to continue to do that for you guys. So this was a small investment for the channel itself. But if you are visiting, or if you're a Florida resident and you are eating a lot on Disney property, or if you've got a huge group, because I think it covers up to 10 people. Yeah, it covers up to 20% off on groups of up to 10. So if you have a group of 10 and you're coming to Disney for vacation, this may be worth it. Do the math. If you have I want to say there's a spousal, and you get a second card for like $50 more, covers up to 20. There is a discount if you're buying 2, and then you can get up to 20 people to get the discount. One thing to keep in mind, if you use the Tables in Wonderland card, they immediately add an 18% gratuity. However, we usually tip more than 18% anyway, so if that's expected, that almost comes out to be a savings. I mean, obviously if it's great service, we're gonna add on to that, but if it's something that's included, we may just leave it at that if the service is whatever. So I'm hesitant to tell people to do that because there are some rude people out there. But yeah, we generally tip more than that regardless, but that is something to keep in mind. I've said that, but it's included. So I was gonna go through the list, but she's already getting mad. The kids are being bad. So I will leave a link. It's tablesinwonderland.com, and then it links you to the Disney website for Tables in Wonderland for the list. This is awful. I'm messing up my wallet down here. Oh, another thing I was gonna talk about while I'm putting it in my wallet, it's a paper card. So if you lose it, there's a $50 card replacement fee. I don't know if you're anything like me, but paper in my wallet immediately turns to mush, especially in Florida. It's humid. My wallet goes in my... I don't want to paint that picture for you, but humidity, Florida, back pockets, not good for a man of my size. She was talking about getting laminated. That's actually a good idea because 50 bucks versus $2 to go run it through a laminator at Office Max is an easy call. I just hope we don't mess it up between now and then because we're getting ready to go to the pool. That is a quick rundown of Tables in Wonderland, why it may or may not be a good purchase for you. Bottom line, 20% off of select dining. In a lot of it is places that we've been. I'll leave a link down below to the list of restaurants that accept it because she doesn't want me to read it. You're being impatient, aren't you?
Been sitting here a while. Time to go.
Yeah. But they will give you a paper. You can pause this.
You can, if you're hesitant about it too, and you're in the area and you don't want to have to look it up or whatever, you can just go in there and ask them for a paper and they'll give you one.
Yeah, absolutely. If you are a Florida resident or a pass holder, any guest relations will give you the paper. However, we just happen to do it at Disney Springs because tomorrow morning we have reservations at 1900 Park Fair, and it's only in Disney Springs or the parks where you can get Tables in Wonderland. And the reason is because they have a separate kiosk that they have to do it at. And we didn't want to rush into Magic Kingdom, then back to Grand Floridian tomorrow morning. You don't care about that. That's why we're here today. That's why we waited all that time. But the bottom line, I got sidetracked again. So I might edit this heavily. Bottom line, 20% off at select dining, free valet, included valet parking, not free.
That's what we're doing tomorrow.
What?
That's what we're doing tomorrow.
We're taking the bus. We're staying in the Caribbean. Anyway, I've said this like 5 times now. 20% off at select dining, included valet parking, and alcohol is included. So that alone is probably gonna make my money back. And you know, who knows? We'll see what happens. I tell you what, we will revisit this in 13 months. We will sit down and do the math on our Tables in Wonderland card, and I'll let you know if it paid for itself and what our savings was after final cost. Call me out on it and remind me. But as always, thank you for watching, and stay dorky.